Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. First carry for the five-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down, it's Tomlinson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Time running out here on the play clock. Watson just beating the play clock. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Again, it's Tomlinson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time
pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
The play clock's running down. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Watson. And that is incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now it's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. It's a gain of 24 that time. And the Giants are going to get a 1st down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Now Tomlinson on the handoff. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They stay on the ground. Tomlinson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Back to throw, Watson. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moss. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it, now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ed Too Tall Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through it, right around the 26. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They go play action here on first down. Jones has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Giants ready to come out now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. To throw on second is Watson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On first down, it's Watson. Wide open receiver complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left, trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field, where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Rodgers now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Moss. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Fresh set of downs here. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked into the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Trying to lay one up deep. A swing pass caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Rodgers now on first down. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. From the 50, it's Watson.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And his throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Giants on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play clock winding down. Watson now to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. See if they stay on the ground for second down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
To throw is Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moss. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And a big 32-yard play on third. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. His throw caught right around the 6. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Big play here. 3rd down and goal from the 2. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Evan Ingram, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Here's Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. Zerline now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Time with Johnson, and heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Again, it's Johnson, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Mariota eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Mariota being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Watson on 1st down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Zerline now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on 1st. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Give him 8 on the gain there, and that enables him to also pick up the first.
What kind of game are we going to have in store for us? I understand the call here if it's the final 2 minutes and you're losing, but this is the opening drive of the game. That is too big a chance for my blood, but give him...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Night Train Lane, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go!
On the handoff, Tomlinson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
2nd down following the run. They run with LT. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They'll try the air now with Watson. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 30 yards there. And now a first down following that long gain.
Here we go!
Time running out here on the play clock. Tomlinson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. LaDainian Tomlinson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, They're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Out to his left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep, it's Odell Beckham. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
This is Tomlinson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Watson.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
It's a pickup of 21, and that'll be good for a Giants first. Here's Tomlinson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now it's Tomlinson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. On third down, LaDainian Tomlinson. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. LaDainian Tomlinson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Zerline out now to kick this one away. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now Garoppolo. Harris has it over the middle. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Garoppolo. He's got his man on the crossing route. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man. It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Garoppolo hustling him back to the line now.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Garoppolo now on third and goal. And now off to the races down the right side. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown. And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. Young now, throwing to start the drive. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Young on 1st and 10. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. And on the ground they go with a running back. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's got to be frustrated. Bottled up for the 3rd straight play. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Beckham the return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the drive will start with a carry by LaDainian Tomlinson. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here we go!
Here's Watson. He finds Beckham complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Tomlinson trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was zero space. No gain.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll need to get the play off quickly, and he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Let's go.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the 4 yards remaining now on second down. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now it's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Champ Bailey, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it, because there's been tough going on the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And avoids the contact by sliding. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. First man through. It's the fullback use check. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. Officially a minute 54 to go in this this first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, first and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit, here we go.
Operating from the gun. Young. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On first down, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. They'll run. Tomlinson. Only a yard that time. Second and goal. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now.
And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Deshaun Watson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing on first down. Young. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. To throw is Young. Off the play fake. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And they'll run it here. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And never mind, Larry. These two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it with Bell. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's 2nd down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Looking to throw. Young. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. An unbelievable play there on 4th and long. 43 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, big man with the ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go now. Go, Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. A decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And they'll run with LT to begin the drive. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
They toss it to Tomlinson. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
A pitch to Tomlinson. And he'll be knocked down sideways near the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught at the 10. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A gain of 32 that time. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something.
And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Giants add on to their lead. Zerline now for the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. That one goes for 24 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That one good for 12 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Stays on his feet. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Here's Young, looking to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Wide open receiver complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Throwing now, Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ray Lewis. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A toss play left to LaDainian Tomlinson. And some room to maneuver. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Second down, just 1 yard to go.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Let's go.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They'll run for it. It's Tomlinson. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Set. Green 39. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gone. Watch it now, Marty. Watch it now, Marty. Gone. Hot.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
All right, here we go.
Now Young to throw again. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Here we go now.
Young now, operating from the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. 10 seconds to go.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And the play clock's running down. Now a handoff here to his running back. He finds an opening past the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Play clock winding down. Watson now to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll try the left side with LT. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to fire one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Night Train Lane. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to pump the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost, but this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 3rd down, that's Sanders. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Now they try the right side here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a loose football. But thankfully this is corralled by the offense, so they will in fact hold on to the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
New York set to take the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Back to throw, Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They're going for it. It's Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with third down and just a yard to go. Now Watson, and incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was third and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The Giants on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. LaDainian Tomlinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are in for 6. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Larry, go back to the green room, my friend. These guys are ready to go again. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And past the 30 down to about the 27. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he slides to avoid the hit. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take it on in. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Ed Too Tall Jones able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? And the play clock's running down. Here's Watson to throw on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
Well, that's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward. Bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
They are going for it. Here's Watson trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Caught left side, Hopkins. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 30 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And now out come the Giants. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. To throw is Watson, able to get away. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
He's going to fire. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Giants. 57 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. And the Giants ready to come out now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Play clock winding down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. And to give this time to the tailback. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. LaDainian Tomlinson punching it in from a yard away. And the Giants have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters. And this is what he's always had. And that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. From the 50, it's Watson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Let's go! 38!
Here we go on 4th. Watson, and he connects with Ertz. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Giants. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And Zerline's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, it's Davis. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
They'll try and throw for it here. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Zerline's kick is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return. And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And here now the offense heading back out there. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is. Right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is,
and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And Too-Tall Jones in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left sideline, incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Watch, flex round. Flex round.
Back to throw here. It's caught. Beckham. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Let's go. Watch, flex round.
He'll drop to throw. It's caught by OBJ. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Now back to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Beckham, a 14-yard touchdown. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 41 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often. And
he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more. The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's got some space here. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure. It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. LaDainian Tomlinson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. So they're going to go for 2. Now a toss going left. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped them in a big way. Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there. More want and more people to the ball. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so. Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless. And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pick up there at 20 yards. They'll look to throw here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And Too-Tall Jones in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back to throw now on first down. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's go!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one all the way up past the 20-yard line. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Tomlinson again, a first down carry. Oh, he goes up top. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And before this play happens, we're going to get a timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Fresh set of downs here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now a toss right. This is Tomlinson. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and we have done in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And this looks to probably be the final play. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM... We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And fights through one man. And some room to roam now. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, 99 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On first down, Wade. A screen to Bell. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And Too-Tall Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Throwing on 3rd and long. Wade. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down. And
it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Here we go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Giants add on to their lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Well, not content with a first-quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. Oh, were the Giants able to recover? Yes. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Now it's Watson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Ross Cockrell. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, He hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets? A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure. And boy, did it pay off in this case.
The New York set to take the field. First carry for the five-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you just...
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Giants. LaDainian Tomlinson. Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
All right, I've got to be careful here, all right? He's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his feet as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. They run the counter now on first down. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Second down following the run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
Take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
On second down, it's Tomlinson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a first down throw, Watson. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Needed 13, they got 14 on third down. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? The guys picked up all their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Here's Watson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Here we go.
Now Watson going to sneak it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
Now, that was a little bit longer distance than you would expect to see for a quarterback sneak. Normally, it's 4th and 1, 4th and inches. But when you get interior linemen trying to get upfield for a pass play, sometimes you can blow past them on the sneak, and it worked well for them.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Again, it's Tomlinson. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a first down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Room to run inside the 40. And he will find his man on the outside. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Night Train Lane. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Partner, that is a quarterback no-no right there. He's flushed out to his left, so he's trying to orient his body into a position to make this throw. But by then he shrunk the field, and he winds up throwing the interception.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Here we go. Let's round.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
To throw on second is Watson. Looking deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here we go. Let's round.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He finds Beckham, complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Watson trying to get his guys moving. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And Zerline's kick is good. And we've seemingly lost communication with Larry. Good news, though, both teams somehow already back on the field and ready for the 3rd quarter. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there.
Now the ball comes loose, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can.
Now bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this one will be returned to right around.